Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another round of Wednesday Cup here at AK Racing on Simsational TV. I am your host, Zach O'Reilly, for the evening, and I cannot wait to see what we've got here. We are here, round 4 at Monza in Italy. The Porsches have been shipped over on the trucks, and everyone's all happy about that. We are sitting here live and ready for qualifying with 11 minutes and 17 seconds to go. It's all going to happen here, but let's quickly get into the necessities while we're around here. We have got obviously 30-something cars on the track, and it is all on like Donkey Kong tonight. We are going to be flying around the circuit of Monza, and I cannot wait, to be quite frank. It's going to be an absolute rip snorter of a night here. We all know what happens in Wednesday Cup, and that is anything. There's one word, and that is anything. And if we're going to see something tonight, it's going to happen here on lap 1, turn 1, I would say, with that massive chicane that everyone seems to not be able to navigate too well in real life and sim racing. But here at AK Racing, I have faith. I have faith that everyone in Sundry is going to be on like Donkey Kong and be happy as a pig in a sty when it comes to the end result of lap 1, turn 1 in all of our racing tonight, because we are quality drivers here at AK Racing and Simsational TV. Don't you worry about that. But nonetheless, 10 minutes and 18 seconds to go. We've got a championship battle here on our hands between a couple of drivers, and for the top 10, really. It's pretty close, apart from our leader in all of that, and that is Nick Mallow. And he is going to be somewhere up the pointy end, I would say, tonight. But let's not commentator curse him early. Let's just give him some leeway. Let's just give him some leeway, and let's be easy on the poor bloke, because I don't want to do anything envious to him, or what we say in Simsational TV land is just give him the bad end of a cursed stick. So that will be something we don't do. But we've got a couple of new liveries here with 9 minutes to go. Shorty Mitchell's got the Ronnie Coleman special tonight. That is hilarious. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight, baby. That is a cracker. I love seeing this. We've also got Sam Bensley. He is circulating around tonight. He will be having a good time with his livery as well. The Motul Zamps style. I love seeing that as well. A couple of classics involved here. Where have we got? We've got Jake Buttigieg serving the Army and doing a very good job at that. Ryan Kennedy in the Coca-Cola special. Clayton Pine has got the Coney suspension one as well for tonight. But there is another one around which I have seen before, and I cannot find him for the love of me. So we're going to go to my favourite livery on the grid, the Bananarama, because I can't pronounce this bloke's last name. Sorry, Rick. Cannot pronounce your last name. So Bananarama is what it is. And when we see your car, you can see here exactly, ladies and gentlemen, that he has gone full pelt with the minions in the Bananarama. So that is fantastic to see with all of that in sundry. A nice colourful livery all round for Mr. Richard. So we'll see where he goes. I wonder if his nickname is Dick, but we'll leave that to himself to let me know after the stream, so to speak, anyway. But Matt Belton's back. He is flying around in the Coca-Cola livery. Brian's cousin is on track as well tonight in the Einstein livery. E equals MC squared there for him. The funeral director, Ryan Nielsen, also circulating around. The constable with the Bodie Motorsports Kiwi entry. That is a good-looking car itself as well. Is there Fabian Fitness, the great antagonizer himself. Fabian has got absolutely supreme raw pace, and his racecraft is getting better by the week, and is giving all the front runners something to sweat about. So it's good to see Fabian Fitness circulating around. JFK's long-lost grandchild is here, Ryan Kennedy. Jake Buttigieg as well, as we saw before. And Nathan Hughes, the speedy man who is on a charge in the championship. We'll get to him as once we get into racing. We'll show you exactly what we're talking about there, but we'll keep an eye on him. And if you have just joined us here at Simsational TV and you're not sure what the hell we're looking at here in the grand scheme of things, this is basically what we see. These are the cars, and the cars themselves are an absolute cracker. They are a 2004 Porsche Carrera Cup, 386 brake horsepower, 383 newton meters of torque, 1,150 kilos plus your driver and fuel, and 0 to 100 in 3.4 seconds, and a top speed of 270. They get to about 260 around here tonight. So let's just keep an eye out on that, because these guys are quick. And 261, 262 is the quickest we've seen so far here. But we're just under halfway through qualifying, and the times are starting to tumble, ladies and gentlemen. They're starting to tumble. Fabian Fitness up the top with a 56.9. Keep in mind, in practice, we have had a couple of drivers dip into the mid-55s or high 55s. So look out, Brussels Sprout. That is going to be entertaining nonetheless, I reckon, here. We've got about 30 cars that are going to join the circuit between now and qualifying. Some people are doing strategical qualifying and not qualifying at the moment to avoid any carnage that comes into T1 lap 1 to not ruin their night so far. So we'll see what happens here, but nonetheless, you've got to be in it to win it. Don't care how far up the grid or how close you are to the front. If you're not there, you're not in it. So these guys who are taking that risk, all the best to them, but we'll probably see some fight backs through the field tonight, I reckon. But Jake Buttigieg now has done a 156.4, so very, very quick. On the pace already is Jake Buttigieg. Good to see that setting the benchmark. Daniel Cicluna as well, back in the Wednesday Cup server for tonight. He is 156.5, and then you've got Fabian Fitness 156.7. It's very close at the top. Half a second between first to fifth, if you don't mind. And then look at those 57s and 59s tumbling down. So it's all happening here already with 5 minutes and 33 seconds to go in qualifying. Anything can happen. Kim Weckett is flying around too. He's another speedy boy. Look out for him tonight. He'll be looking for top 10, top 5 finishes as well. Maybe even a win. Who knows? Around the streets of Monza, anything is possible and anything can happen. I'll give you the hot tip around here. And we would like to say a big hello to everyone in the chat tonight watching as we circulate here around in Simsational TV land. Good to have you all here watching us around, and enter the chat if you are involved and liked what you're seeing. Please, for goodness sake, give us a like and a comment and a subscribe as well here at Simsational TV. It goes a hell of a long way, that's for sure. We very, very much appreciate all your feedback and your chat throughout the session. It's absolutely bloody brilliant, so keep it up. We are loving it at this point in time. Nonetheless, 4 minutes, 38 seconds to go. Qualifying's heating up. We've got cars darting left and right here, and we've got the times are starting to tumble. We've got 59s, 55s, 56s, whatever you want. It's all happening here. Ryan Nielsen is circulating around. He's doing his personal best times at the moment. Clayton Pines just jumped up to third place with an absolute belter, 156.6. So look out for the Pine brother. He was quick in practice too. He's doing 155s at one stage, I'm pretty sure. So excellent pace from him. Fabian Fitness in fourth. Nathan Hughes in fifth. Ryan Kennedy in sixth. And that is a place to be at the moment. You want to be there somewhere. I'll give you the hot tip. And we'll see what's going on. But don't know what we can do tonight. Is the constable going to get up? Is Donnie going to get up there and slap some tickets around to everyone to get them off the road, and he can get a clear way, show those headlights and the flashing blue and reds, because Donnie has just been circulating around quietly as a dark horse somewhere, and it's good to see him flying about here in Wednesday Cup. We've got a couple of fans in the chat for Donnie. We've literally got Dylan Barton, Shabbat Dahuha is loving life in the chat as well. Let's see what happens. Nick Mallow is in the chat, so he's not going to be in qualifying. He's going to do an Alex McEwen, he says, and start last. So we'll see what happens again. And Wingnut Longley, Mr. Luke Longley, is not going to be around tonight either. He's out of the racing tonight, but says he's going to be watching the stream, and he is there too. So have a very, very good evening, Mr. Longley. We'll see you soon. And we've got some basically a couple of people just circulating around in the 56s, but this guy, Daniel Cicluna, is in the 55s. So 55.8, if you don't mind. He's going to be on for a win here, I reckon, tonight, Daniel Cicluna. Let's see what happens with everything in sundry. Nick Mellow's not qualifying. He's going to be late to the server. So, geez Louise, that's a gamble and a half, Nick. We'll see what happens to yourself and see what we can do in the racing department. Top three at the moment with 2 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Here's Daniel Cicluna, Jake Buttigieg, and Clayton Pine. Fabian Fitness in fourth. Is he on a hot lap anywhere? No, he's circulating to get a last lap stint here in qualifying. 1 minute 55, so with 2 minutes 20 to go, he's going to cross the line with only one lap to do his best personal time. Nathan Hughes is good 6/10 away from anything at the moment, so we'll get off him. Ryan Kennedy, though, is personal besting here, and that's personal besting on his out lap, so he'll start his last flying lap here. We might even see if Mr. Barton here, Dylan, has been an AK Racing V8 supercar driver in the past and has come into the Wednesday Cup last round. So good to see him, another quick guy in the track and circulating around here. Brian's cousin also in the top 10 for now. in qualifying. Remember, he gets $1 million every position he's inside the top 10, does Jason, from his cousin in the ARIA charts as well. Reflect that result, so we've got to see what happens to him tonight. The funeral director in Ryan Nielsen is circulating in 12th. Good to see him out and about tonight. And Chris Eckert as well will be wanting to find his way around the circuit without getting in anyone's way. And same with Chris Pinkney as well. The poor bastard's been copping it left, right and centre, and not where the sun shines at all. It's the poor bloke has just been there, here and about, and wants to get back up there. He is very quick, this gentleman. So we'll see where Chris Pinkney goes. He might just be on here for a personal best at the moment. We'll see what happens. Matt Belton is going to be no longer in qualifying because he is done. He's in the pits. He's out. So he's going to start somewhere between 19th and last at this stage with the times tumbling here. Is anyone going to get Daniel Cicluna at the front? He's 2/10 off his best time, is Daniel, but he's just up here now in the middle sector. You can see on the right-hand side at the bottom of the screen that he is neck and neck with his personal best. Can he get below a 155.885? We'll find out soon as he crosses the line. Where's Jake Buttigieg in the grand scheme of things? He's up on his personal best at 10th. So he's going to try and secure a second spot there and get into the low 156s instead of a mid where he's sitting at the moment. Is Clayton Pine going to do the same? No. Clayton Pine is no longer going to be a factor here in qualifying. That's his time done. Fabian Fitness is still on his outlap, so I'm not sure what's going on here. With 16 seconds to go, he's not going to get around again, so that's his time done. Nathan Hughes, however, is up. Hughesy, where's his mum? Is Helen in the chat here? We'll see in the chat if she's going to be around to tune in. Her son, he's a good 10th and a half up, so Nathan Hughes here is looking to get himself into the top 3 with the time here at this point at the track. Qualifying is done. The timer is up. Where is Nathan Hughes going to sit? He's found a 10th or so, 1.5, 2 tenths now on the exit. Wow. Let's see where this puts him. 56.3 is the predicted time. Maybe even a 56.2. Where's it going to flick him? Bang, to second, 56.278 for Nathan Hughes. He starts on the front row with Daniel Cicluna, who's blitzed everyone by about 6 tenths there, or 5 tenths, sorry if I can do my maths. Jake Buttigieg has found himself in third. Clayton Pine in fourth. Is Fabian Fitness on a hot lap here at the moment? No, I don't know, actually. The timing tower's done weird things here. Seems like he is pulling off, or is he out? No, let's see where he lines up. Bang! Straight to the top for Fabian Fitness. Right as we called it, thought he was out. 155.727 from Fabian Fitness to take pole for race 1 here. Wowee, what a time that is. Daniel Cicluna will be wishing it in, sick in the pits too early there. And Fabian Fitness is off the front row. Kim Weckett in 7th. We'll have a look at the official results here, ladies and gentlemen, for qualifying here as we bring the screen up. Let's go to the top 10. Fabian Fitness, bang, tops qualifying in first. Daniel Cicluna in second. Nathan Hughes in third. Jake Buttigieg in fourth. Clayton Pine for your top 5 as well. Kennedy, Bill Barton, Weckett, McFadden, and Jack Ferguson. All your top 10. The younger of the Fergos getting on top of the old man at the moment. I'm not sure where the old man is in Andrew Ferguson. He hasn't turned up yet, I don't think, but we'll see where that all puts into sundry in the race. But that is a top 10. Jason McFadden's already a millionaire tonight, so that's good for him. Your 11th place down is Nielsen, Cook, Shawnee Mitchell, Ian O'Brien, Clayton Waters, Banana Rama, the constable is in town, Chris Eckert, Matt Belton, and Watere is sitting at Waterboy is sitting in 20th at the moment. We've got Luca, Pinkney, Bensley, Envy, Donny G are your last competitors on the track with 25 cars circulating. I'm sure that there's going to be some more coming into the server once race ticks over. But that is your qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, for now. What a drive there from Fabian Fitness. That was fantastic. Daniel Cicluna will be happy with his front row start. Who's going to get the jump there between the two of them? Geez, that's anyone's game. That could be dangerous at the start. And we'll see what happens here in the grand scheme of things once we come back to qualifying. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. If you're a regular Simsational TV watcher, go refill those cups. Get all the condiments ready because race 1 is going to be here in a couple of moments' time. So get settled, get into those comfy couches, give us a comment on the stream, and we'll be back here for race 1 at Wednesday Cup here in just a hot second. here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got 3 minutes and 47 seconds to go here. In Simsational TV land at AK Racing, what a absolute sensational grid we have got for you tonight. But don't you worry, the grid itself is spectacular, but the racing is going to be even better. And what better time to go over what the championship is looking like at the moment and where we are. Let's go with where we are first. We're at Monza here. And tonight it is the Autodromo Nazionale Monza circuit. Round 4 of the Wednesday Cup, we have got 15 minutes coming your way of racing, then a 16-minute one for race 2. Reverse top 10 is the finishing grid for race 2. So wherever they finish here, if they're in the top 10, they will be reversed for race 2. And then race 3, a 17-minute stint, or stanza, as you would like to call it. That's a top 12 reverse grid. The top speed here is around 261 kilometres, and the fastest in practice was Mr. B. Rusley himself, the 155. Basically 555 if you want to put in the thousandths of a second there. And he is quick. So we're going to see some of those lap times come through, I reckon, here in racing. It's all going to be fun and games tonight with everyone in sundry. But Monza itself is a 6-kilometre circuit, basically, 11 turns. And you can see the time difference. We're doing 1 minute 55, nearly 2 minutes. And a Formula 1 car back in 2004 has still got the race lap record. And that is Rubens Barrichello, if you like to put on the accent there tonight. And it's going to be awesome. We have got a lot of people saying they've been at Monza in real life. And I'm very jealous of those people. But the racing is where we are tonight in Simsational TV land on the front row. Ignore my first name there. We have got Fabian Fitness and Daniel Cicluna, 1 and 2. Nathan Hughes, Jake Buttigieg in off the second row. Clayton Pine off the third with Ryan Kennedy next to him. Dylan Barton and Kim Weckett off the fourth. Jason McFadden and Jack Ferguson neck and neck next to each other there in the fifth row. Ryan Nielsen and Hayden Cook next to each other. Shawnee Mitchell, Ian O'Brien round out. Oh, and Clayton Waters round out your top 15. Then Bananarama in 16th. Donny Constable is yet to enter the server. Bang on time. There's Donny right as we segue to him. Chris Eckert, Matt Belton, Waterboy, DeLuca, Chris Pinkney, Sam Bensley, Josh Envy, Donny G, Jimmy Park, Alan Nielsen, Brandon Pierce as well in 30th place with Derek Panner, Nick Mallow and Cole McConnell. Rounding out the top, oh no, still more. We've got Colmer, Fergo, Nick Mole and Brent Cook all have not reached qualifying and are here in the race. So geez Louise with a packet of peas. It's all happening tonight. Let's go have a look at all the grid here if we can get down there quickly with the drone cam. Holy mackerel. Is it going to be, am I going to have time? 56 seconds. It's all going to happen. But these are your races for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of grid spots there empty. Look out. It's all going to happen. And that is a long way back here down the grid for anyone in sundry. Look at that view. That is where you'll sit. And if you're anywhere near the back, that is your view for the start. So, oh, geez, it could be anyone. I don't know who it's going to be. But with everyone in sundry, it's going to be this man, Fabian Fitness, who will want to get off the line quick smart tonight, and we'll see where he comes in the grand scheme of things. It's actually his birthday today as well, so we'll see what's happening with everyone in sundry here, if they're going to give him a bit of leeway in the chat for his birthday. But all the best to Fabian tonight for race 1 and for race 2 and 3. And we've got lights up here at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to set sail with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights are up. Who's going to get the jump here at this point in time around Monza? It's lights out and the way we go. And Fabian Fitness has got an absolute rip snorter of a start there. Looks like he's going to have a bit of company there between himself and Daniel Cicluna if he's not too careful. But Daniel Cicluna's gone to the outside. Fabian's ran it in there and saying, I'm taking the inside line for T1, lap 1 here. Is there going to be any carnage there? Those two get around very well. Oh, yeah, there's carnage in the background already. Josh Envy has managed to miss all that, but look at everyone in sundry in the background. We'll get back to them at a later stage. All the mid-pack here is behaving nicely. Matt Belton's got through very well for himself there. Kim Weckett and Jason McFadden are very close together, as well as Jack Ferguson right behind McFadden there too. So look out for those two. What's happening at the front here? Fabian Fitness has got off to an absolute flyer. Daniel Cicluna now under a bit of pressure here, riding those curbs like an absolute drift car. Yeah, basically going around the circuit at the moment. But he's all over the back here of Fabian Fitness. He's got to be careful, is Fabian, because Daniel Cicluna is a hot under-the-collar customer if he's in the rearview mirror of your car, that's for sure. Bit of winding and winding here for Chris Eckert. He has got through into 14th position. Very, very well done for him. What's happened to Chris Pinkney in the background? This is disaster here in the background. We've got Bodie Motorsports, we've got Einstein, we've got Chris Pinkney getting yeeted into the background. The iron rod somehow made it through there as well. Derek Panther has got through too, which is good. Ryan Coleman has got off the track there. And then Brandon Pierce has come a cropper too. What is happening here? And have we nearly seen a change for the lead here at the front? It is nearly on here between these two. Fabian and Daniel Cicluna having a good battle here. This is sensational stuff. Don't you worry about that. Fight down the back straight here at Monza Circuit. Bit of a suck there for Daniel Cicluna. Look out, Fabian. You've got a Daniel Cicluna right beside you. There he is, pointing through the rear vision mirror. He's going to brake first. Fabian brakes first, but Daniel Cicluna's tried to give him room there and done so, but that's going to hamper Fabian's line here into T11, sorry, as we come around to conclude lap 1. Holy mackerel, Daniel Cicluna's got a run and a half there. Which way is it going to go, left or right? These two are absolutely battling hammer and tong here. Daniel Cicluna's got a suck and a half down the front straightaway here, side by side into turn 1 for the lead, ladies and gentlemen. It's still happening in the background there. Brian's Cousins gone way down to 25th, 26th, 27th, whatever you want. But Daniel Cicluna is now in the lead of the race at this point in time. Jake Buttigieg and Nathan Hughes having a good battle in the background there too. Nathan Hughes is still there, but he's gone off the track. So Clayton Pine's going to get through, and so does Jake Buttigieg. Nathan Hughes now in 5th place. Where's Dylan Barton in the grand scheme of things? He's a little bit behind those two, so don't worry about that. It's all on like Donkey Kong here at the front, but Daniel Cicluna is your new race leader at the front of the field. Jack Ferguson has got through there, and we've got some cars going off the field. That would be the windscreen, Ian O'Brien coming a proper there, but Ryan Colmer in the frozen Coke livery, by the look of it, is coming through the field in 16th position. Nick Mallow, our championship leader, ladies and gentlemen, has made his way through into 11th, starting basically dead last, did Nick Mallow, and he's already in 11th place after lap 1. So this is a great sign here for Nick Mallow. He's definitely got the pace tonight. Don't you worry about that. With 30-something cars to negotiate, he's already got through 20 of them. And Nick Mallow all over the back of Shawnee Mitchell in a couple of seconds, I would say. Headlights ablaze for Nick Mallow. But Shawnee Mitchell is just giving everyone encouragement as they're sitting behind him, saying, yeah, buddy. But we'll see what happens here in the grand scheme of things. Nick Mallow's just gone straight around the outside, trailer park girl style there on Shawnee Mitchell, I would say. Yeah, yep, straight into the base. I can't remember the actual corner numbers here, but let's just keep it. I think that's turn 8, because we've got 8, then we've got 9, and then we've got 10, and then 11 at the back. So let's go for it with that, ladies and gentlemen, here at Simsational TV. Let's see what happens here between these three. But I'll tell you what, Jake Buttigieg isn't far away from Fabian Fitness here at the front. Battle position for 2 and 3 is on like Donkey Kong here, and Jake's got an excellent run. Straight up the inside does Jake Buttigieg go on Fabian Fitness. Fabian hasn't got his car or brain into race mode, I would say, at the moment, because Daniel Cicluna's gapped him and just done the quickest lap of the race, did Daniel, with a 1:56.9 for race 1, and lap 3 here, basically commencing as we see everyone in sundry going hammer and tong. This is a great battle here down the front straightaway. Banana Rama and Shawnee Mitchell having another crack. Shawnee Mitchell's going to lose another position here if he's not careful. Rick Banana Rama is having an absolute ripstorm of a race here. What an absolute sensational drive here from himself. And Shawnee Mitchell and Waterboy are also coming in. Very, very respected there from everyone. Banana Rama's got into 11th. And Nick Mallow has just gapped everyone in front. He's already 3.5 seconds in front of this battle pack here. And you can see him in the foreground there, off into the distance. But this is the battle pack that we want to look at here. Looks like Fabian Fitness has been jumped by Jake Buttigieg there at the for position 2 at the moment. And the timing tower is just doing absolutely misfits at the moment, giving me fake things. Here comes Waterboy. He's going to send it down the inside. He's hit Banana Rama live on stream. And that is a send and a half, and that is not how you do it. And there is Waterboy. He is going to be ruining that opportunity. And Jimmy Parker's got through with all of that. And there's more carnage in the background there. Waterboy is still off the track. And Banana Rama has somehow got onto the field. But there was a Coca-Cola Porsche sitting in the background there just going sky high. And that wasn't ideal for whoever that was involved. Andrew Ferguson, though, the older of the Ferguson household here, sitting in 20th. He started from the back of the grid too, not qualifying. So he's going to be making himself up into the top 10 position, he would hope, with 9 minutes and 26 seconds to go. He's got some time there. Chris Pinkney, the biggest loser out of all of this, somehow, not sure how he gets involved in all that stuff, but he's now in 26th position. Is Chris Pinkney down the back here, and it looks like he's got Tony DeLuca right behind him. Kept trying to get the suck is Tony DeLuca down the basically the turn 7 straightaway, up and underneath the boot and gas signage there. It's fantastic to see. The chef is there, and he's off the track, not in a place where you want to be as the chef. Not ideal, son. Get back on the track is the B grade chef himself. He was all over it this week. He was giving me G up, saying Gordon Ramsay's in in the chat supporting me, but that won't be making him too happy here at the start of this. But Ryan Colmer is doing very well. The Frozen Coke coloured livery is doing some numbers here tonight in 13th position. Ryan Nielsen is also having a good crack here. He's been passed by Nick Mello, so he's in the top 10 at the moment. He could find himself on pole for race 2 coming up shortly. Dylan Barton, as I said in practice, is a quick guy. And no better view here at the moment of him with the battle pack in front of him. Nathan Hughes is in a fight of his life with Fabian Fitness. Fabian Fitness has been a bit of a cork in the bottle here at the moment. Not sure what's happened between him and qualifying, but himself and Jake Buttigieg are all having a good crack. And, not Jake Buttigieg, sorry, Clayton Pine. I mistake that call. Clayton Pine, Fitness, Hughes and Barton is the battle we want to see at the moment. By Jingo, by crikey. This is a view from Dylan Barton's on board of all the potential carnage happening in front of him. He's just ran wide there, so we're going to jump on board with Nathan Hughes. Is Nathan Hughes going to get the suck down the turn 7 straight away here? It's a bit too far away there from Fabian Fitness. Clayton Pine in third. The pine tree, the pine cone, is having a great night tonight so far here at Wednesday Cup. Doing very, very well. Finding himself on the first and the final step of the podium. Sorry. With everything happening around me, it's all going on here in the chat as well. We're seeing basically a lot of people giving Donny support, Fabian support. Heather Hughes is in the chat. We've got the power broker saying he couldn't get into the server, but we've also got everyone else having a good chat in there. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is a great battle pack here. Nathan Hughes now is looking like he's got a bit of a run here on Fabian Fitness, and this is where we want to see all the battling happening right down the front straightaway, because there is a massive heavy turning zone and braking zone here into turn 1 for these 4 competitors here. Look at Jake Buttigieg out there just skipping away at the moment. Fabian Fitness is going for a move around the outside on Clayton Pines. Got the job done there. Somehow pulled it up, and now he's been turned around by Clayton Pine. Fabian Fitness is around. He's going to gather it up really quickly, but Clayton Pine just caught out there by Fabian trying to undo his own errors by braking too deep, I would say there. And Clayton Pine's going to keep going around. He should have redressed that, I would say, in the grand scheme of things. But nonetheless, Clayton Pine in third, Nathan Hughes in fourth, and Dylan Barton right behind him in fifth place. This is a good battle here, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look at this. As we see, 3 very quick drivers all taking completely different and alternative lines. Dylan Barton just says, don't worry about the track, I'll just use the curbs. And that didn't help him there, but Nathan Hughes, holy mackerel, giving Clayton Pine a massive hurry up here. Look at that mid-corner speed. Nearly losing it there is Nathan Hughes. Holy hell, Heather, hold on to your hat there in the sofa lounge. Your son is just absolutely driving fantastically at the moment, but on the edge. And that is a run wide there from Clayton Pine, but it's giving him some momentum down the front straightaway. So that is job done at the moment for Clayton Pine. We'll come back to these guys in a few seconds, because Andrew Ferguson is making his way through the field. He's about to get a pass on here on Bananarama, and that could be on, but he's doing it the hard way, is Andrew Ferguson, but the gentlemanly way. That's how you do it. He's an elder statesman here of AK Racing, is Andrew Ferguson. And that looks like the windscreen, or Belton, I think, out off in the track. That was Matt Belton. It's gone straight on into the kitty litter there. Fabian Fitness and Dylan Barton are going tussling here at the front, but Andrew Ferguson here deserves some airtime. He's come from the back of the grid and sitting in 17th place at the moment, so very well driven from him so far in this session. He's just got 16th off Bananarama. Well done, Andrew Ferguson, trying to get himself as close to that top 10 as he can, because that'll give him an advantage for race 2 with the reverse top 10 grid. He will be able to file through and follow the quick guys through. What's happened to Dylan Barton? He's come completely a proper there, and Kim Weckett has got through on him as well. And this will be interesting, side by side down the front straightaway, and it's a bit of a drag race here for everyone. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. What's Kim thinking about and doing? Fabian's going around the outside of Nathan Hughes. Nathan Hughes has thought wiser and said, I'll break early, let you kamikaze yourself into something in front of you there. Fabian Fitness has gone from 7th to 4th within one corner, ladies and gentlemen. Nathan Hughes running wide there, but getting the car pointed and turned and getting that momentum excellently done there on Kim Weckett. Nathan Hughes has got the drive, though, up in front. Dylan Barton, too, in 5th place, will be looking to hopefully get into the mix with Clayton Pine and Fabian Fitness come together, because it didn't end too well last lap around, and we saw that live on stream between Fabian and Clayton Pine. I think Fabian's out for revenge tonight, the birthday boy. He's got the headlights blaring, fully high beaming. You can see the blue light, the blue jellyfish, as some like to say. Didn't know what they meant if they're not car people, but that's your high beams, ladies and gentlemen, for everyone at home. The blue jellyfish on the dash is the high beams back in 2004, if you don't mind. And that is an angry-looking gaggle of cars here. Ferguson's just got through on Bananarama and now the Panorama. And he's in 15th place, making a charge here. Is Andrew Ferguson. He's got 3.2 seconds between himself and Brandon Pearce. So a bit of time to be made up there for the man in front. But this guy, Ryan Nielsen, the funeral director, sitting in 10th. A pretty lonely race here. He's got 5 and a bit seconds between himself and Ryan Kennedy. And Shawnee Mitchell is a good 7 and 8 seconds behind him, really. So he's just got to keep it on the track, as Ryan Nielsen. He's going to fight himself on the front row for race 2 at this point in time. So very, very well done for him at the moment. And this battle pack is not sizzling out. I'll tell you what, Nathan Hughes and Kim Weckett going side by side, and they're basically having a good crack at each other here. Look at that. Nathan Hughes has got straight in front of everyone. Oh, no. Kim Weckett has got straight in front of him. Nathan Hughes is behind. And now here comes Nick Mallow. The championship leader, ladies and gentlemen, from the back of the grid is in 8th and challenging these 2 guys for 7th and 6th. He will want all of those places here at the moment because he is trying to get an advantage in the championship department for the time being. But that is Nathan Hughes under brakes. He's gone completely wide. It's Nathan Hughes. See you later. Too deep under brakes is Nathan Hughes. He's going to have to make his way through the bollards there. That's going to lose him some positions on track because everyone's gone past him. Nick Mallow's gone past him. Kim Weckett's gone past him. So the 3, 4, 5, 6 car length disadvantage by going straight on there. Very heavy on the brakes was Nathan Hughes, but that has allowed Kim Weckett to get 6, but not for long because I reckon Nick Mallow's going to take him here. Coming down into turn 4. This is interesting. Nick Mallow straight underneath. Confidence on the brakes. Pulls the car up well. Gets the car pointed on exit as he does very excellently at most of the time. There's Nick Mallow. And Kim Weckett in 7th place. But Nick Mallow is making his way through the field here at the moment. Very, very well done from him so far. And now his next target is that angry gaggle of cars between Pine, Fitness and Barton up in front of him. Will we see a top 3 positional finish here for Nick Mallow here from starting dead last? Who knows? That is some interesting stuff to see. Brandon Pearce is only half a second away here from Ryan Coleman in front of him. And I reckon Brandon Pearce is one going to get 13th. And Clayton Waters as well, between himself and Shawnee Mitchell. They're having a good battle too. Ronnie Coleman has been passed by the no sponsorship deal there by Clayton Waters. Clayton Waters is a trillionaire as well. So he doesn't need sponsorship, but he'll need some money to inject himself for a turbo kit into that Porsche because Ronnie Coleman has just deadlifted him around the outside and said, thank you, I'm taking that positional back. Here we go. It's all happening here at the front. Let's get back to where it's happening. Clayton Pine has got Fabian Fitness once more under braking here. So the Coney shock absorber is doing well against the Speaker and Pioneer liveried Porsche at the moment. This is a cracking battle here with, this will be the last lap of the race, I would say, with Daniel Cicluna only at the front straight away now, just crossing the line. This will be the last lap. So what are we going to see here? Nick Mallow's just dropped off, but he's done the quickest lap of the race out of this battle pack. And it's going to be interesting. Clayton Pine, Fabian Fitness. Look at that on the grass between the two of them. Holy mackerel. Fabian Fitness and Clayton Pine. Full balls to the wall attack there from both of them. And defence, if you don't mind. That is going to be Dylan Barton getting held up here because Nick Mallow's now concentrated straight nearly into the back of all of them. And this is going to be the last lap battle to look at here. Fabian Fitness is on fire here. Clayton Pine shunted him off mid-apex at turn 2. And this is revenge, I would say, here for Fabian Fitness. Birthday celebrations coming up if he can get a podium. Clayton Pine's going to defend here. He's going to defend for his life. Fabian's on the track. Fabian's lost it. He's gone sideways. Is he going to gather it up? Oh, my goodness gracious me. He's gone sideways and lost it. The birthday boy has come a cropper there. And that is also Bane. Dylan Barton has somehow come a cropper. I reckon he got collected there by the spinning of Fabian Fitness too. And look at the big winner out of this is Clayton Pine. He's got completely off there. Didn't let anything up and no contact. There was just full guts to the wall from Fabian Fitness. Clayton Pine has inherited third well and truly here. And Kim Weckett from 7th to 4th, if you don't mind, being the biggest winner out of that. Absolutely fantastic driving from this gentleman too. Nathan Hughes also. Well done to him. Happy days for Nathan Hughes. Holy mackerel, if you don't mind. That is some sensational driving from him. All adversities coming his way. And Ryan Kennedy too. All under pressure here from Fabian. Fabian's going to be wanting to get that position back, I reckon. But Ryan Kennedy trying to give him the no argue here, or the don't argue, sorry, in the football term. Get that defensive driving up, for God's sake, Ryan Kennedy. Look who's coming behind you. He's got the suck here. Dart to the inside, son. Yes, that's going to happen. I reckon he's going to be safe here for 6 is Ryan Kennedy. If he can pull it up. Fabian's got no answers there. But the winner out of all of this is Daniel Cicluna. 1 and a bit seconds between himself and Jake Buttigieg. Excellent drive by Jake. That is a personal best from him. Clayton Pine is going to come over and take the final podium place for race 1 here tonight. That is a stunning drive from him. Nathan Hughes is done. Ryan Kennedy is done. He's held on from the attack from Fabian Fitness, who came a cropper there as well. Nick Mallow from the dead set back of the grid finds himself in 7th. That is a drive and a half. Kim Weckett in 8th. Dylan Barton in 9th. And Ryan Nielsen, the funeral director, has got the top 10 position. He will be off the front row for the next race. Andrew Ferguson, what a drive. Also from the back of the grid too, to find himself in 11th. He'll be absolutely stoked as a goat with that. He is absolutely sensational at the best of times, Andrew Ferguson, and just doing his best kamikaze of anything that he wants to do. Brandon Pearce in 12th. Very good drive from him. Clayton Waters in 13th. Ryan Colmer in 14th. Panoramic in 15th. Banana Armour in 16th. Shawnee Mitchell in 17th. Nick Mole in 18th. Good to see the Underground Mammal back on the field. The Windscreen in 19th. And James Claypole, the Iron Rod, in the Donut King entry, will be wanting to get himself into anywhere but 20th and up and about tonight in that sort of grand scheme of things. Belton 21st. Pinckney in 22nd. Waterboy in 20, Chris Pinckney in 23rd, sorry. Jack Ferguson in 22nd. Waterboy in 24th. DeLuca and Park round out your top 26. But flip this grid coming up, ladies and gentlemen, on its head. Daniel Cicluna will start 10th, and then Jake Buttigieg will start 9th, and reverse that, and that is what your grid will look like for race 2 coming up here. But what a sensational drive from everyone in Sundry. Buttigieg will be absolutely stoked with that. He is quick here at Monza, that's for sure. Clayton Pine, the Pine Cone, is on fire. Hughesy having a great race. Kennedy and Fitness. Fitness is the story of that round. What could have been for him? He could probably got 2nd or 3rd, I reckon, there. But too heavy under brakes for himself. But Nick Mallow, what a sensational drive from him. Dead set at the back, 7th place. Kim Weckett in 8th, he'll be happy with that. Dylan Barton with 9th, and Ryan Nielsen round out your top 10. Everyone else here on the grid, we'll start from the where they finish in the next race. So keep an eye on that grid there. Fergo will be wanting to get himself dead set in the top 10 for race 2 coming our way shortly. Your top 20, look at that. How many cars we got? 34 cars on the track circulating for the race. That is sensational stuff here at AK Racing. Now, you know what you need to do? We're going to be back here for race 2 very, very shortly here, ladies and gentlemen. Go to get to the toilet. Do whatever you need to do, because here at Simsational TV, we are going to be back for race 2. It's a 16-minute session coming your way here. Top 10 reverse grid. And it's all going to happen here. Let's see if we can be as well behaved as we were in race 1 here for race 2. And we will be back in just a few moments' time. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are on like Donkey Kong here for race 2 tonight. I'm fired up after that first race. It was on like Donkey Kong for everyone in Sundry. Holy mackerel, what a grid we had there with 34 cars on track, if you don't mind. But the cream is slowly rising to the top. We'll get to them very, very shortly here. We'll see what we're going. But that is your grid. Ignore the top one. That is me sitting there. I wish I was on pole position racing sometimes. But Ryan Nelson is off the front row. Dylan Barton is in second place, right just beside him there. A little half a car length or a car length away. Then we've got Kim Weckett, Nick Mallow. That is the cream I'm saying rising to the top from back. Found himself in 5th place here for race 2 of the evening. Fabian Fitness next to him, Ryan Kennedy, Nathan Hughes, Clayton Pine, and Jake Buttigieg with the last of the top 10 in Daniel Cicluna, who was our winner from race 1, sitting there in 10th place. Right behind him in 11th is a very, very angry Andrew Ferguson, and also a cracking drive from the back of the grid from him as well there to get himself into 12th. Brandon Pierce will be happy with 13th after getting caught up in the misdemeanors at the start of race 1. Clayton Waters next to him, Ryan Colmer, Derek Panorama, Banana Rama, Shawnee Mitchell, the Underground Mammal in Nick Mole in 18th position, the windscreen in 19th, and the Iron Rod in the Donut King livery in 20th place for race 1 of the evening. Matt Belton, Fergo of the younger ones, Chris Pinkney, Waterboy, DeLuca, Jimmy Park, Brent Cook, Donny Constable, Donny G, Sam Bensley ran out your top 30 with the Chef in 31st position. Holy mackerel, won't be too happy with that. Josh Envy in 32nd. Jason McFadden, Brian's cousin, had an absolute shocker. He was a millionaire, and now I think he's in the red by about 34 million. So he'll be wanting to get some money back on the table for his cousin. Chris Eckert in 35th, and Alan Nielsen in 36th place. That is your grid, ladies and gentlemen. That's a cracking looking one at the start. What are we going to see? Give us your predictions here in what would we say? I would say is going to be a hectic race 2. Everyone sort of found out where their pace was and knows where they sit. So what are we going to see? The headlights are already on for Nick Mallow. Don't worry about that. He's got them blaring for anyone in front of him to be looking in the rear vision mirror. Hopefully not blinded too much here. But what's going to happen? Give us your prediction. Ryan Coleman's told me it's a classic Chalky Milk livery. So apologies for that. We'll call it the Chalky Milk livery from now on from Ryan Coleman. But the lights are up for race 2 of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. 16 minutes of hot, hard racing coming your way here. And it looks like we are about to go racing. Yes, lights out and away we go. And a massive, awesome jump there for Nielsen. The funeral director's got off to an absolute blinder there. He's going to be, I would say, getting himself out hot company here, because I think Dylan Barton's got a better jump than him. He has. And Nick, he's going to be able to be pretty careful here as Ryan Nielsen around the outside. Everyone a bit cautious under braking here into turn 1. Or side by side coming into turn 1. Jumping the curves everywhere as everyone at the back here. But race 2 gets underway relatively smoothly here by the look of it. Everyone sort of got through there. Bit of carnage in the background, bit of bumping and grinding. Everyone sort of makes their way out. Donny G has been around there. Constable was involved in all that, and he's going to go straight off the track here. So we'll get back to the start here. Ryan Nielsen in second place. Kim Weckett has found himself into first place. Fabian Fitness is going down the grid at the moment. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, side by side. That is close racing there by the two of them. Holy mackerel. That is Dylan Barton getting punted in the rear, but staying a cropper there is everyone in Sundry. Look at all those cars off in the background there. Excuse me, I'm about to cough. Back with it, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. This is all happening here at the front of the grid. Look at everyone. Everyone's fired up here, ready to go. Nathan Hughes around the outside there of Fabian Fitness. Gosh, tank slapper there for Nathan Hughes. Nearly lost it, I would say, there. Daniel Cicluna's found his way up into 8th place at the moment. Fergo's in the top 10. Brandon Pierce is in 11th. So the Einstein livery having a good session here at the moment. Pearso is getting very, very good company behind him in Banana Rama. Holy mackerel, I'm losing all the cameras here. Let's see what Banana Rama's going to do. Is he going to go around the outside of Pearso? No, he doesn't. He sticks there for now, making their way here pretty cleanly here on lap 1 of race 2. Very, very good job by everyone in Sundry here. And Banana Rama is going to be looking to get inside the top 10, I would say. He's got Ryan Coleman behind him in the Chalky Milk livery. It's all happening here. What's happening at the front? Dylan Barton is charging through the field. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got straight around the outside there of the funeral director and Ryan Nielsen. And this is a race and a drag race at that down the front straightaway. What's Nick Mallow going to do? We'll have to ride on board with him here, because Nick Mallow has got the best view in the house here. He has got Ryan Nielsen beside him. got a double suck off the both of them there, and Dylan Barton's none the wiser. He's going to go defensive straight away here as we come down into T1 once more for a second time tonight. Who's going to break first? Looks like Nick Mellow's having to break first. That's Nathan Hughes behind. Nathan Hughes has gone straight through, avoided all the carnage there to Nathan Hughes, found himself into P1, but he's going to have to redress and find himself back into P5, I reckon, from where he dive bombed. And he's going to lose a hell of more positions than that. He's going to go back down to 7th place. Kim Weckett is still out in front, just skipping away, but now Nick Mello is going to be on the charge to try and find him and take that P1 away from Kim Weckett. We'll see some display of the masterclass defence, I would say, there from everyone in sundry. Nathan Hughes is gone right down the field from 5th to 7th to 9th. That is not where he wants to be. Brandon Pierce had half a look underneath him there as well. That was excellent stuff there by Nathan Hughes to get himself gathered back up here. Look what's happening at the front. The funeral director's under pressure here. Jake Buttigieg's gone straight around the outside. Got him. Job done. Daniel Cicluna now in 6th place. Our race winner from race 1 is in 6th. Hunting down here the funeral director himself. Ferguson in 8th, 7th place. What an absolute barnstorm of a drive from him. He's going to go straight around the outside there, the funeral director. I think he's got him. He has 6th place here for Fergo. He is going to be happy as a pig in dog shit at the moment. Here's Andrew Ferguson in 6th place. Fabian Fitness and Ryan Nielsen going together as well there, but Fabian Fitness the biggest winner out of all this at the moment. Nielsen the biggest loser. Oh, he'll be absolutely shattered, will the funeral director at the moment. What's happening to him at this first phase of this race? Fergo completely wide there. That's a cracking camera angle there too. And we've got Brandon Pierce coming through the back of all this angry gaggle pap here. What the hell is going on with the camera? The chopper cam's on the piss. Brandon Pierce in 10th place. That is where he wants to be in the Guernsey Cup. I'll give you the hot tip. Jack Ferguson behind that has gone down a couple of positions, sitting in 16th place here tonight. What is happening to Jack Ferguson? His old man has definitely got the upper hand here, I'll tell you what, in the Porsches, that's for sure. And flying through the field, the Chalky Milk livery of Ryan Colmer is up into 12th. He's got through Bananarama. Bananarama's had a spin. Classic spin right at the last corner. That is not where you want to be, ladies and gentlemen. Get out of the way, Bananarama. Holy mackerel, you don't want to be caught there and yeet someone into the wall. Poor old Rick Bananarama is out of this race, but sliding down the grid. Nathan Hughes has locked up completely there. Brandon Pierce is going to be opportunistic around the outside, I reckon, here and try to take that position off him. Funeral Director's found himself back up into 8th place at the moment, so good for him. And we've got a battle right beside those two in Nathan Hughes and Brandon Pierce. Very, very good friends off track, but on track, I don't think they care about what's happening here. But monster livery of Brandon Pierce doing everything but being a monster tonight. He is wanting to be a very passive and passive-aggressive, I would say, on the back of Nathan Hughes. Nathan Hughes just not found his rhythm tonight in the race department so far. We'll see what happens between those two. Brandon's got an excellent suck here coming into turn 6. That is fantastic stuff from Brandon Pierce. He's going to be wanting to make a bit of a suck advantage, I reckon, coming down the turn 8 straight here at the moment. On Nathan Hughes, if he can get the job done. Nathan's got a better exit there, I reckon. But let's see what happens between those two as the race goes on. Bit of carnage here in the background. Jimmy Park's come a cropper. Not sure where the hell he's gone. He's back down in 18th place. Jack Ferguson's found his way up into 14th. So very good job by Jack Ferguson here. Looking like he's going to be on like Donkey Kong for a top 10 if he can keep that pace going up. It's all going to be on here for Daniel Cicluna, though. He is going to be wanting to catch Nick Mallow because himself and Kim Weckett are in the battle of the suck at this point in time down the front straightaway. Look out. Here comes Nick Mallow around the outside. I reckon Trailer Park Girl style. If he's going to get a job done, it's going to be here. But no, Kim Weckett is the best of the two, but not for long. He's overshot the exit, and that is going to be Nick Mallow's job done into P1. And, oh, here we go. The championship leader, ladies and gentlemen, out in front, where he should be. But that was neck coating if I've ever seen it. They nearly collected each other, the Kim Weckett and Nick Mallow. Not sure what happened there, but Nick Mallow has survived that stanza and found himself in P1 here now as we come into turn 1 once more. Another circulation of Monza, and it's all still happening here. Brandon Pierce has got a great suck here on looks like it's Nathan Hughes. And Nathan Hughes has got straight up the inside and said, no, I'm taking that position back off you. Brandon Pierce will have to settle for 9th there. Ryan Kennedy's going to be wanting to get into this battle too. I'll give you the hot tip. Because he is hot under the collar when it comes to all the racing. In a good way, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you worry about that. He loves a good battle or two, there's Ryan Kennedy. So we'll see what happens to those two as well as the race goes on. Cicluna and Buttigieg are having a great battle here because Dylan Barton's a bit of a cork in the bottle here at the moment between 3rd, 4th and 5th. And it looks like Jake's having an absolute rip snorter of a drive tonight. He's got that Porsche hooked up well and truly. One of his favourite tracks, I reckon, would be an accurate representation. Slams it back into 3rd place. There's Jake trying to get that maximised exit, and he does so very well with Daniel Cicluna not getting a run on him just yet. About neck and neck between the two of them in the gaps department, 3/10 versus 4/10. Now it's about 2.5 if you don't mind. Slaps in into fifth gear at the maximum RPM, nearly a fifth, heavy braking zone down into third. Get the car pointed over those curbs, ride those internal sausage curbs, running perpendicular to the track. Get the car pointed in excellently. Don't do that on the exit. That's going to hurt you big time. And now you can see that in the rear vision mirror here. Daniel Cicluna's looked at that and is licking his chops. So that is a delicious looking oversteer moment there for me. I'm going to try you around the outside. And let's see if he gets the job done. Here's Daniel Cicluna on Jake Buttigieg. That's a little error that you need to make here, ladies and gentlemen. And it's all over Red Rover. In the pace difference department, side by side, Cicluna and Buttigieg as we come around the final turn for another circulation here of Monza, and it looks like it's going to be job done here for Cicluna if the suck is strong here. Let's see what happens between the two of them, side by side down the front straightaway. Who's going to get on the brakes last? I reckon it's going to be Buttigieg. He's got the defensive line here, unless he's too nice to Daniel Cicluna. No, Buttigieg's not giving that position up too easily, but he's going to get overtaken, and that is Cicluna into fourth place over Buttigieg. So Cicluna now on a charge. See if he can get up into the top two, because Kim Weckett has been putting on a masterclass display of defensive driving. Keeping Nick Mallow at bay for a couple of laps here is no easy feat, ladies and gentlemen. With those headlights blinding you in the rear vision mirror, Kim has done an absolute fantastic job so far for him. Let's not commentator curse him too early here. Let's get off him and let's go back to Nick Mallow, who's probably less prone to the old commentator curse. And it looks like we just might have commentator curse Kim Weckett there. Not for Nick Mallow though. He's hounding the back here. Going defensive so early is Kim, already just sideways into the corner, getting the shallow line, but that's going to hurt his exit there with the momentum department. I reckon this is going to be a suck here for the lead here, ladies and gentlemen. The battle is on at the moment here. Nick Mallow, try and lift right, upside down, whatever way you want to go. At the moment, side by side, coming into turn 8. Geez, this is incredible stuff here. Who's going to bleed first? No one is. Kim's gone straight down the inside and taking that position back. Is that going to hurt him with the exit? It looks like it just ran him wide there. That's going to be an oversteer moment. He's jumped the curb, ran completely off the circuit than Kim Weckett. But I think Nick Mallow here is going to have to get the run and say thank you very much for P1. And that is job done here, because that was an unforced error from Kim Weckett. Thank you very much, says Nick Mallow. I'm in the lead now. And that will be interesting nonetheless. What is Kim going to do? Nothing. He is going to try and get that car right in the suckage again for maybe have another crack here at T1. I'm not sure what's happening. What's happened to Fabian Fitness? Nothing. It's just the timing tower giving me another bloody heart palpitation. I'll give you the hot tip. Now, Kim Weckett is too far away for a suck here down the front straightaway. So Nick Mallow is going to gallop off into the distance. So we'll see what's going on a bit further down the grid. Ryan Colmer is having an absolute cracking battle here between himself and the funeral director. Who's going to come out on top, or who's going to be underground, 6 foot under by the time we hit lap 5, I think it is here. And T1, looks like Ryan Colmer's getting an excellent suck here, going left and right down the front straightaway, trying to keep that momentum going. Now, the funeral director's gone defensive here early. And what's going to happen here between Colmer? They're neck and neck as we come into T1 here. Hard under braking. No, the funeral director is hard on the brakes. Ryan Colmer's trying to stick it around the outside. He's going to have to lock those brakes up. And he does so because the chef is behind him in Hayden Cook. My goodness gracious me, the chef is now on the prowl here. Look out. He's going to try and get a run here on Ryan Colmer, I reckon. And see if he can make it around the outside in the pace department here. Gone from 3rd to 4th to 5th. I don't know what happened there, but he somehow got it all shifted without blowing his engine up. Here's the move under braking we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Breeze first. No one does. That is a cent and a half here from Ryan Colmer. He's somehow got it pulled up there. That was nearly collision stuff there from the Coleman. And Nielsen got away with murder there. Fabian Fitness and Hughes have come together. And I think Fabian Fitness has, well, maybe not come together. They've overtaken each other. Sorry. And Nathan Hughes is going to have to relinquish 7th position and see where he sits there in the grand scheme of all the things here tonight. Nathan Hughes looking at the back here of Fabian Fitness, trying to dummy him into a mistake there. And that's exactly what's happened. Called it exactly. Nathan Hughes put the pressure on Fabian Fitness. And now Nathan Hughes, if he doesn't do that, would have had the excellent run down the back straightaway. But there's going to be some suckage. Fabian's just going to stick that car straight to the inside and not give Nathan any room to go to aggressive here onto the final corner of the circuit. But we'll see what happens here. They're going to go side by side into turn 11 here. Oh, they've come together. Absolutely sensational stuff here. It's actually helped Fabian Fitness get a bit of a run and just catapulted him forward into position 7th. And now Nathan Hughes is going to have to do that all over again as we see the pace difference just neck and neck between the two of them. 58-2 for Nathan Hughes, 58.6 for Fabian Fitness there. And that is going to be interesting. Here we go. We're going to see a send under brakes from Nathan Hughes. It is. That is a dive bomb and a half. He gets it pulled up into T1. First gear, slaps it on. Jake Buttigieg's cover proper in front of all of this. But no, Fabian Fitness has gone straight around the inside and said, thank you very much. I'll keep that position again. Excellent racing by the two of these gentlemen. Absolutely sensational stuff, if you don't mind. Love saying that. Love seeing everything happen here on the track. Dylan Barton and Jake Buttigieg are having a good battle there too. What's Nathan Hughes going to do? Is he going to get down the inside of Fabian Fitness? He's got the run. He's got the suck. Fabian's excellent under brakes here. They've both given each other racing room. That's Fabian gone straight on. Fabian's going to go straight on there. He's going to have to wait for Nathan Hughes to come back because that's gaining an advantage by leaving the circuit. And I think Fabian's just going to go, yeah, I'll give you a bit of it here coming into this this corner here, sir. Give me about 4 seconds, I reckon, prediction if Fabian's on song. The birthday boy in Fabian is not having a party. Yes, here he goes. Very well done there by Fabian Fitness. Excellent stuff there by those two. Well, let's get back to where it all matters here at the front of the grid, not in the pit lane. I'll give you the hot tip. Jake Buttigieg's in 5th. Dylan Barton in 6th. And then Nathan Hughes and Fabian Fitness are redressing that positional change. So Nathan Hughes found himself in 7th place now. Going sideways again. Tank slapper for Nathan Hughes. Somehow gathers it up. Fabian would have absolutely dead set shut himself there and thought, I'm going to be punting someone here at the moment. Nathan Hughes is going to be losing that 7th place just as quick as he gave it back. And Ryan Kennedy now is sitting behind them thinking, keep going, boys. I'm going to be right up on your tail soon if this keeps happening. Nathan Hughes going to get 8th place. Fabian's going to try around the outside again. This is absolutely fantastic driving by the both of them. Let's jump on track. Nathan Hughes overshot the entry, which has hampered his exit speed here. And Fabian's going to go straight back down the inside, I reckon, here. And get Nathan Hughes once more. Wowee, this is neck and neck stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look here. What are they doing down the straight, side by side? Wow, look at this. Here we go. Fabian's on the advantageous side of the circuit here. That is going to be fantastic stuff. If they outbreak each other, who knows what's going to happen here. But Fabian's just slotted back in behind him. Nathan Hughes, very, very good under brakes there. Fabian's gone for the late apex early entry, I reckon, here. And that hasn't worked out for him so far because Kennedy now is only half a second behind these two. It was 1.3 seconds, two corners ago, and here we are already talking about him. But look at this at the front. Jake Buttigieg hounding the back of Andrew Ferguson. Andrew Ferguson having the race of his life tonight here in the Wednesday Cup. Finally found a circuit that suits his driving style to match the Porsche. Absolutely sensational stuff from Andrew Ferguson. But Jake is no easy customer to keep behind you, that's for sure. But the Fergo household is the ministerial department of defence, I would say, here in the Wednesday Cup. They know how to make those cars wide. And that is exactly what Fergo is doing, not giving Jake any leeway to go in front of him. And we'll go back to the front because I reckon here this is going to be the penultimate lap of the race with 51 seconds to go here. Nick Mello has got 2.5 seconds for the best of between himself and Kim Weckert behind. Is that Kim Weckert completely wide? It is. I didn't even commentate or curse him. I just said his name, and he's ran completely wide. And now Daniel Cicluna's got 2nd place. So a first, and it looks like a second here for Cicluna for the round so far with 1 lap to go. Kim's going to have to defend for his life because Andrew Ferguson is still 3 seconds away, but with 1 lap to go and a bit of a rattle, Kim Weckert under the helmet, that could be a gap that could drop pretty damn quickly here if you don't mind. But not if Jake's going to have anything to say about it in the Fergo household. He is going to be getting straight past Andrew Ferguson there. Change for 4th and 5th place. Fergo ran, I think, a little bit wide there into the final turn, and that is the job done for him straight away for Jake Buttigieg in the 4th place. But Fergo will be happy with 5th at this stage, I would say. Is he going to send it? No, he's just going to break a bit earlier. Jake's gone defensive here. He's going to have to pull it up very quickly because Fergo will be back on him like a fly to a piece of poo in just a hot second, if you don't mind. And these two are going to have a good cracking battle, I reckon, here for the final lap of the race. Don't you worry about that. Fergo versus Buttigieg. Let's see what happens. Australian Army versus Einstein. Is the professor going to outdo the weaponry? We'll see what happens here at this stage. Holy mackerel, it could be all on like Donkey Kong here. I'll tell you what, though, this guy, Fabian Fitness, has not found the pace at the moment because Nathan Hughes is still keeping that 7th place off him. And that is a commentator curse and a half. Fabian's gone straight on. So has Ryan Kennedy behind him. And no, Nathan Hughes has gone off. Nathan Hughes is in the fence. He's out of this. Brandon Pierce has inherited 9th. Ryan Nielsen's probably going to inherit 9th or 10th. No, he's not. Nathan Hughes has dropped down from 7th to 10th. That's a commentator curse if I've ever seen one. Two corners later, Brandon Pierce in the top 10, if you don't mind. He's going to find himself off the second row of the grid for the final one coming around. This is the last lap of the race too, if you don't mind. And it could be Nick Mellow's biggest ever win. I reckon he'll be happy as Larry with this. Coming from last into 7th place or 6th place for first race of the evening. Finds himself here winning race 2 as we finally round the last turn here for the final time in 16 minutes at Monza. Nick Mello is going to be the winner as we circulate once more into the Parabolica. Absolutely fantastic drive from Nick Mello. Stayed out of all the carnage. His strategy was not to qualify so he could just get through turn 1, and he's going to take the win here, ladies and gentlemen. Bang, straight away. Thank you very much. Nick Mello, your winner for race 2. Daniel Cicluna in 2nd place. Kim Weckett, what a drive from him in 3rd. He'll be stoked as a goat with that too. Jake Buttigieg and Fergo had an absolute cracking battle there, but Buttigieg is the winner of that one. Fergo in 5th. Dylan Barton in 6th. Cracking drive from him too. Fabian Fitness in 7th place. Ryan Kennedy in 8th. He'll be stoked with that too. Brandon Pierce will also be a stoked goat in 9th position. Nathan Hughes not too happy with himself. That was an unforced error. We didn't catch it. We just saw him completely run wide into turn 4. Won't be turn 5, sorry, if you don't mind. And then Ryan Nielsen, the funeral director, crosses in 11th place. Coleman in 12th. Claypole, the iron rod, from 20th into 13th. He'll be happy with that too in the Donut King livery. The chef in 14th. Jack Ferguson in 15th. Shorty Mitchell in 16th. Nick Mole, 17th in the second of the Einstein liveries. Matthias Falzen in 18th place. That's a cracking drive from him too. Very, very good job from him for his first time. Chris Eckert in 19th. The Waterboy in 20th. Belton in 21st. Waters, DeLuca, Nielsen, all rounding the final and the second final corner of the circuit here. And Chris Pinkney in 26th place will be the final in your top 26 for the event tonight. Let's have a look at our winners here. Nick Mello has done a sensational job to extend his championship lead here and take race 2 for the evening. Daniel Cicluna right behind him in 2nd place. Kim Weckett 3rd. Jake Buttigieg 4th. Andrew Ferguson 5th. Dylan Barton 6th. Fabian Fitness in 7th. Ryan Kennedy in 8th. And Brandon Pierce 9th, with Nathan Hughes rounding out the top 10. 11th is Ryan Nielsen, and Ryan Colmer in the Chalky Milk livery in 12th place. Flip those top 12 from where you see them and put them in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, all the way down. And that is your grid for the next race. Ryan and 2 Ryans will be off the front row if you don't mind. That is sensational stuff. Ryan versus Ryan. Who's going to win that one? Iron Rod's going to have to settle for 13th place on the grid with the chef, Fergo, Mitchell, Underground Mammal, Falzen, Chris Eckert, Waterboy rounding out your top 20 with Belton, Waters, DeLuca, Nielsen, Banana Rama, Pinkney, Panna, G, Envy, Cook in your top 30. Jimmy Park, the windscreen, and Sam Bensley, your top 33 of the Clayton Pine, the Constable, and McFadden, all finishing up within 2 laps of the session. Well, that's a session and a half, ladies and gentlemen. Give us your predictions for race 3 in the chat, if you don't mind. It's been good to have you all with us here on Simsational TV. Sam Bensley is looking like he'll be somewhere in the mix, I would say, for the top 20. That's my prediction. And I reckon we're going to have Nathan Hughes sort of make his way through the field and maybe get a top 3. And let's see if we can get anyone else to give us some predictions in the chat. So do that in the meantime, because we're going to be back here for race 3 at Simsational TV land for the final event here at Wednesday Cup in just a few moments' time. Don't go anywhere. if that doesn't get you pumped up for the next race. And the final one of the evening coming your way, that won't be anything that you need a dopamine effect more than that. It's going to be on like Donkey Kong here for the final race here at Wednesday Cup. I've been Zach O'Reilly, and it's been a pleasure to call the racing so far tonight with you all here watching, and thank you very much for tuning in to Simsational TV. My co-commentator Chris Munro is in the chat, so give him a wave and a hello as well. He's working in FNQ at the moment, and just earning a couple more bucks that he can send my way for the fee that I charge him every time he's not around. So he's about up to, I think, about 2,400 Australian dollars at this point in time, but that doesn't matter because on the racing line and the racing grid, we have a excellent race 3 in the final one of the evening coming your way here at Simsational TV. Ryan Coleman and Ryan Nielsen, Battle of Ryans off the front row here tonight. Nathan Hughes is off the second row with Brandon Pierce right next to him. The good friends are side by side, if you don't mind. Ryan Kennedy is absolutely fantastically positioned here for a top 10 if he can keep it all together. Fabian Fitness next to him, Dylan Barton and Andrew Ferguson side by side with Jake Buttigieg and Kim Weckett there as well. And then your race winner and the second place getter in Nick Mallow and Daniel Cicluna round out your top 12. This is a reverse grid, ladies and gentlemen, so it's all happening here tonight with a minute to go. Clayswell, Cook, Ferguson, Nitchell, Nick Mull, Matthias Falzen, Chris Eckert and Waterboy round out your top 20. Belton Waters, DeLuca, Nielsen, Bananarama, Pinckney, Panorama, Donny G Unit, Josh Envy and Brent Cook round out your top 30 with Jimmy Park, Ian O'Brien, Sam Bensley and Clayton Pine round out your top 30 for now. There'll be some more people coming into the server as we can see there. We haven't had any predictions here in the Simsational TV racing chat, so get on board, give us your prediction. Who's going to win this one? 17 minutes of racing coming our way here tonight. It's going to be absolutely sensational to see what happens here between all the guys here on track. It's been relatively well behaved here at Monza. An absolute credit to all you drivers here tonight. So thank you very much for listening to all of the calls and watching back on the stream later on tonight. But we have got lights up here with a good 6 seconds to go here for the final race of the evening. All lights are up and around, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen, and we are lights out and away we go. And it looks like the first Ryan has got a better jump there from everyone in sundry here. Ryan Coleman's got the best one, and it looks like he's going to take P1 into T1 here for the 17-minute session of the final race of the Wednesday Cup session here at AK Racing. Look out. It's all happening in the background. Everyone's got through pretty well there. Looks like Nathan Hughes has tipped around the Chalky Milk livery. Oh, my goodness gracious me. That is disaster for him. Looks like another one. That is going to be all carnage here at the moment. Looks like cars are going left, right, upside down, wherever you want at the moment. But Chris Eckert's got through unscathed at the moment. Fabian Fitness, what a jump by him. Gone from 7th all the way into 3rd. Happy days for him. Andrew Ferguson also in 4th place too. He'll be absolutely stoked as a goat with this at the moment. He's got an angry gaggle of cars behind him. Nick Mallow's going to go straight past him, I reckon, here, coming into turn 4. Oh, look at that. There's another car. That's Kim Weckett going off the track there as well. Dylan Barton somehow made his way through there and got out of all the carnage. It's still happening there at the front, but what's happening at the back here? Derek Panner's got through. We've got like Shawnee Mitchell off the track. Clayton Waters is off the track here, but he's found himself back on it and got into 18th place. Ryan Nielsen in 17th. Matt Belton's come a proper there. That is disaster for him. Ronnie Coleman just absolutely slaps the bar, and he's got absolutely pelted there as Matt Belton. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Shawnee Mitchell, the poor bastard, just sitting there waiting for all the carnage to unfold in front of him. And that's exactly what happened. We'll get back to the action here at the start of the race. And Dylan Barton's final position getter in the top 10 here. James Claypole is making his way up through the grid. Got past the chef there in Hayden Cook. So he's in 12th place. Waterboy is in 11th at this point in time. Everyone's cutting that corner there like absolute no buggery. No one cares about track limits here tonight. But Brandon Pierce has got out in front and is leading the race here. Is risky. And that is not a risky place for him to be. He'll be stoked up there. But he's got Fabian Fitness, Ryan Kennedy and Nick Mallow behind him. Holy mackerel, that's a pressure point motors for him at this stage. Looks like it's all going to be happening there in the background. Everyone's sort of single filing the way around. Alan Nielsen, geez Louise, in the Fujifilm livery there, just got punted wide, I think, or he nearly ran himself wide there. He's lost a couple of positions. The Underground Mammal has burrowed his way through the field. Into 16th place is Nick Mole. Awesome stuff there from him at this stage. That angry gaggle of cars behind him with Panorama and Clayton Waters and Falzen Nielsen all having a good battle here for 20th. And looks like Fabian Fitness somehow has gone straight through the barriers there and trying to gain an advantage. He's going to have to give those positions back because Kennedy's going to be through as well. And now he's going to get all that momentum washed off because Nick Mallow here is coming through in fourth place. Daniel Cicluna and Andrew Ferguson are switching places here, having a good crack at each other. So Cicluna in sixth place. Fergo going half defensive there with Jake Buttigieg behind Andrew Ferguson, also wanting to take that place away from Fergo. Should be getting a bit under the collar in the Ferguson household here at the moment. He's in a sandwich of two very quick drivers here and himself, if you don't mind. Looks like it's going to be on like Donkey Kong because Dylan Barton's going to want to come into the mix of this. If Jack Ferguson is now hot on the collar here too, don't you worry about that. Nick Mallow has got through on Fabian Fitness. That is a pass for third place. Nick Mallow already in third. Brandon Pierce has not gained himself there on Ryan Kennedy so far at the moment. Cicluna and Kim Weckett's trading places here too for fifth and sixth place, if you don't mind. Kim Weckett's going to have to go back to sixth. Jack Ferguson's come off the track and has made an unforced error, gone from 10th to 12th there, and not too happy for Jack Ferguson. He's going to try and go back up the inside there of the iron rod. Is that going to end in disaster? No, the iron rod's got straight through there. Has James Claypole. So good racing from him. He'll be wanting to get on the back of Waterboy and take that place off him. But this is the battle where we want to look at the moment. Look at this angry gaggle of cars here. If we jump on board here, or jump on board with Andrew Ferguson, if you don't mind. And look at that. That is an errant DeWalt car in front of him, getting straight around the outside. Kim Weckett and Cicluna trading places. Andrew Ferguson getting the best view of that at the moment. Jake Buttigieg is on the suck train at the moment here. Nick Mellow's just posted the fastest lap of the race as well, if you don't mind. 1:56.8 from him. He is on a charge here too. Brandon Pierce still leads us around here after 2 laps of circulation here at Monza. So very, very good job by Brandon Pierce so far. What's Kim Weckett doing? Is he trying to outbrake himself? He's going to get all over the back here of Fabian Fitness, I reckon, and just get that momentum as much as he can without overcooking it, which is what he just did. But so did Fabian, but Daniel Cicluna behind did not. Daniel Cicluna is going to go around the outside or up the inside here. Oh, bumping and grinding are those two at the moment. Cicluna with the shift just into the back there of Kim Weckett. Is Kim going to go defensive here? No, he's not. He's going to let Daniel Cicluna go straight past him here, and that is exactly what happens there. Daniel Cicluna up into 5th place, takes that place straight off Kim Weckett. Now he'll be on the hunt here for Fabian Fitness because Fabian's just gone in the air and upside down nearly, and Daniel Cicluna now is going to be putting the pressure on here for Fabian Fitness for 4th place. Fabian's gone late on the brakes there, overshot the exit, and that is what the momentum looks like, ladies and gentlemen, if you do so. Cicluna's going for a move up the inside here. This is not where you see a positional change much, and that's not going to happen here at the moment. Fabian has been released, but not for long because Kim Weckett just propelled Cicluna forward there and took the place straight back off him. Holy mackerel. And Fabian's now going to be on the defensive here. Who's going to break first coming into the positional changes here into turn 8? And that looks like it's going to be Daniel Cicluna taking Fabian Fitness's 4th place off him. Said thank you very much, mother, for the rabbits. But if he overshoots that corner like he just did, it could be another reverse suckage here down the back straightaway here at Monza. Look at this. We've got 4 cars having a good, absolute sensational battle here for the positional 4. Look at Fabian. He's gone for the inside run there. He's going to get the suck and take that position back off Cicluna, I reckon, here. Who's later under brakes? None of them. Both neck and neck, side by side, coming into the parabolic. Holy shit. These 3 guys are not giving each other an inch. Fabian's been the biggest winner out of that. He's taken 4th place off Cicluna, and now Kim Weckett's got the suck here on Cicluna too. Holy mackerel, look at this. These guys are going to absolutely be sensationally close when it comes to T1. Reverse suckage here. What's Kim going to do? Is he going to go down the inside? Is he going to try and get the double suck here off Fabian Fitness? He's going to slot in right behind and nearly into Fabian Fitness too. Fabian just darted a little bit to the left there on entrance. And oh, that's Daniel Cicluna running completely wide there. He's going to have to give that position back because that's gaining an advantage as he goes off the track. Kim Weckett's going to be all over the back of him here. We'll see what happens between the 3 of them as we come into turn 4. This is turn 3, sorry. This is exciting stuff. Look at Jake Buttigieg now all over the back of Kim Weckett as well after all of that. Kim Weckett's on the inside. She's got the positional defensive place there on the track. Bit of net coating there by the 20 of them here. Oh, look at this. Cicluna is getting overtaken, if he can, by Kim Weckett. But Kim Weckett's going to go the switchback. Ran into the back of Daniel Cicluna there. Jake Buttigieg now is going to have absolutely sensational stuff here if he can get that job done onto the back straightaway with a bit of suckage here. These 3 are all neck and neck. Cicluna's ran wide. So is Ferguson. Ferguson's ran wide and off the track. Dylan Barton's going to go through on him. That is Daniel Cicluna. Completely lost it on the outside. He has lost 2 places there. Buttigieg's gone through. Fabian Fitness has gone. Kim Weckett, sorry, has gone through as well. Daniel Cicluna in 7th. Now Fergo's going to have a crack at him, I reckon. Fergo's going to have a good suckage down the back straightaway. That is Cicluna going defensive here early. What's Fergo going to do? Is he going to dive? No, he isn't. He's going to sit back and just relax for a moment and hope that Cicluna makes an unforced error, because his brain will be a bit washed at the moment from all of that sort of battle pack going on. Andrew Ferguson now all over the back here of Daniel Cicluna, coming down the back straightaway into T11 coming up. What's going to happen between the two of them? Cicluna will know he's there. Is he going to go super defensive? No. Andrew Ferguson is getting the run here on Daniel Cicluna. Into 7th place does Andrew Ferguson go if he can get the job done. Beautifully exited there. Look at Dylan Barton behind in the rear vision mirror going sideways. They're still side by side. Here's Ferguson and Cicluna. Cicluna's given that back. Now Nick Mallow, in the meantime, has got past Brandon Pierce. He's going to take P1 here. Who's going to blink first? Is Pierce going to blink, or is Nick Mallow going to blink here? Look at that bit of action here between the two of them. Pearso's not giving up that lead too easily. He's going to take it if he can, but he's overshot the brake marker and gone completely wide into turn 1. He's going to gain an advantage there. He's going to have to give it back, but just because he wasn't in front. Oh, he wasn't behind, sorry, Nick Mallow. So that is positional. Same place for Nick Mallow. Is going to come straight up the inside, though, if I can speak properly. Nick Mallow's going to take the lead. Brandon Pierce has now given P1 to Nick Mallow. Nick Mallow is in the lead. Brandon Pierce is in 2nd place. Ryan Kennedy in 3rd, right behind him in the Coca-Cola livery. We'll be seeing that and going, oh, yep, there's a psychological advantage here between myself and Pearso here. Pearso will be rattled after that mistake there. Fabian Fitness is a lonely 5th at the moment. Kim Weckett and Jake Buttigieg are having an absolute rip snort of a battle here, though. This is not a place where you usually see a pass, and Jake's gone bang straight down the inside. Absolutely sensational stuff there. Kim Weckett nearly came a proper. Kim Weckett nearly lost it coming out of the exit there, but he's got the advantage there on Jake Buttigieg. Jake Buttigieg's been slammed around the outside. Here comes Fergo. Fergo's going to have the triple suck here down the front straight, down the turn 7 straight away here. What's going to happen between the three of these guys? Holy mackerel. Have a look at this as we come under the bridge. Too wide coming into turn 9. Holy mackerel indeed. This is incredible stuff here. Fergo just playing the safe game. Kim Weckett and Jake Buttigieg not doing so. Kim's now on the inside. Andrew's around the outside. Look at this. Trailer Park Girl style. Andrew Ferguson straight into 6th place does Andrew Ferguson go. He's taken that position off Kim. And now he's going to be eyes locked horns if he can do so. But look at this. Daniel Cicluna's giving the double toe here and the push down the straight to Kim Weckett. Ferguson's going to get from 6th to 8th in a corner here if he's not careful. But no, that is Fergo getting his nose in right where it needs to be. He's going to get the suck here down the front straightaway, but he's going to have to get it on quick and smart, because there is Daniel Cicluna right behind him. Fergo's ran wide there. He's going to leaving the door half open here for Daniel Cicluna right behind him on the rear bumper. But now the suck is happening. Andrew Ferguson's got that suck into 6th gear. 265, 267, 8, 9, 270 nearly kilometres an hour. Fergo and basically neck and neck there with Kim Weckett on the braking department. Who's going to come out on top of this? Fergo has somehow got through, and same with Kim Weckett there for 6th place. That is awesome. Kim's the biggest loser out of that. Cicluna's been nudged into 7th place, and Kim has been the loser out of that from 6th to 8th in a corner. But now Cicluna is all over the back, giving Andrew Ferguson a nudge there, and he's going to drive on the brakes. No, Daniel Cicluna thinks better of it. Hopefully Andrew Ferguson's going to run wide, does he say, and he does exactly that. But he's got to defend because Kim Weckett's right behind him. Very angry at the moment is Kim Weckett and Racy. Dylan Barton's just looking at all this going, holy mackerel, boys. Keep this up. This is going to be great. Oh, that is Kim Weckett going wide there. Daniel Cicluna's going to get involved and try to take a position, but the sideways tank slapper action nearly happened for the both of them. Dylan Barton just looked at that and gone, holy mackerel, boys. Look at the racing in front. Those two are absolutely side by side, sideways as well, mid-corner. Here's Kim Weckett and Daniel Cicluna. Kim's now got the suck. Here he is. What's going to happen here? They've both gone. They're both nudging each other down the back straightaway here. Don't know what the front bumper aerodynamics are looking like on these cars. They'll probably be yellow in the car status, but that is all the better for Dylan and for Andrew in front of these two, because these guys aren't giving anyone a inch at all, taking no prisoners. And Kim Weckett's going to have to give up that position for now, because Daniel Cicluna's got an excellent run coming down into the final corner here, and I think that is going to be the job done at this point in time. Excuse me, for everyone in Sundry. Kim Weckett just losing that slip angle beautifully there, and Dylan Barton nearly ran into the back of him there coming in too hot. But now the pace difference is very, very evident there for everyone in Sundry. We'll go back to a track cam and see what's happening. Andrew Ferguson still in 6th place, doing 157.6s. Daniel Cicluna's last lap was a 158.1, so a bit of a pace differential there between the two of them. But excuse me, Daniel Cicluna and Fergo will be looking at each other and licking each other's chops, because Jake Buttigieg is a good 1.8 seconds down the road in front of Fergo, and Daniel's only 7/10 away from Andrew in front of him. So look at that for that one. Nick Mallow has got first place and owned it. Only 1.6 seconds though, so not a dominating performance that we would usually expect him to be 4 or 5 seconds down the road, but it's still the lead nonetheless. Doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you've got P1 by the end of the race is all that matters to him. Brandon Pierce doing an excellent drive there for the final event of the evening at this state. So great stuff to see Brandon Pierce up where he deserves to be. Ryan Kennedy as well, JFK's long-lost grandchild, is absolutely flying around here at Monza at the moment. It's been fantastic to watch. The Iron Rod in 10th place too. He'll be stoked as a goat and probably as excited as a dog with a tin dick, I reckon, if he can get 10th or better here around at Monza, because he is all over the back here of Dylan Barton at this point in time. The Donut King is doing his best impression here to get into the vat and straight underneath of Dylan Barton, but he doesn't get the job done here. It's going to be play on for another corner or so, but it's all happening still up in front. This is exciting. Oh no, the Iron Rod off. Commentator cursed him. He's into the wall somehow. Keeps it back onto the track. Not too much damage lost in terms of positional changes there, but that front wing will be absolutely smoked. Daniel Cicluna, though, and Kim Weckett have not given up on each other. I'll give you the hot tip. That is Daniel Cicluna running a bit wide there, and here goes Kim Weckett, I reckon, up the inside. They are neck and neck at the moment. Look at that. Only half a tenth between the two of them. Is Daniel going to try and get a suck? No. That is going to be Kim Weckett trying to get a suck off Daniel Cicluna here. This is going to be Unlock Donkey Kong coming in here into turn one. What is going to happen between these three? The sitting duck at the moment, sort of a DRS train if you don't mind. But Kim's going to be late on the brakes, get the job done if he tries to. Both giving each other racing room around the outside. Daniel's going to be the winner out of this one. Dylan Barton, however, is trying to get into position 8 or 7 if he can here. Just watching these guys have a good tussle is bringing him straight back into the battle in pack. And look out, Kim Weckett now under pressure here from Dylan Barton. Dylan Barton's going to try a trailer park girl move straight around the outside. Here's Dylan Barton here on Kim Weckett. I think that's going to be job done. Who's going to blink first on the brake pedal? No one. They're all doing exactly the same brake inputs, but that is Dylan Barton being a bit over conservative there, I reckon, because he probably would have got that job done on Kim Weckett there if he could just send a little bit more, but that is racecraft at its best there. Shallow entry for Dylan Barton, a very wide entry there for Kim Weckett. So two very different lines, but pace difference, nothing between the two of them here at the moment. Dylan just getting a bit of aero wash there, I reckon. Running a bit wide there is Dylan. So that will be that opportunity gone for another lap, I would say. 2 minutes left. I haven't taken a breath this whole race. I don't know how my cardio's looking, but shit, it looks pretty good at the moment. Excellent stuff here by Nick Mallow in front, 2.8 seconds away between himself. Ryan Kennedy in third place at the moment. Daniel Cicluna, though, he's only 6/10 away from Fergo, and then Fergo's looking like he's coming up to some lap traffic there, so he's going to get the suck down the back straightaway here at the moment. Here's Andrew Ferguson on a lap marker. Looks like that could be handy for him. He's got the headlights going. Get the hell out of the way in the blue flag department, says Andrew Ferguson, and Daniel Cicluna still hounding the back of him, but this will be the last lap of the race as Nick Mallow just rounds the front straightaway here. Looks like he is going to take the win here at this point in time over Brandon Pierce. 156.6 between himself and Brandon Pierce's last lap was a 157.2, so the pace difference too great there, but Ryan Kennedy had an absolute flyer on that last lap, 156.5. Look out, Brussels sprout. It's all happening here in the pace difference department. The Underground Mammal has got into 14th place behind them. This is all still happening here between Cicluna and Fergo, though. This is the last lap of the race. I think this is where we want to sit for the remainder of this session. Fergo holding on to 6 like his life depends on it. Is that a timing tower issue? No, it's not. Brandon Pierce has come up proper at turn 1, and Ryan Kennedy has taken P2 off him. Holy mackerel, that is incredible stuff. Ryan Kennedy into second place. That's his best position at the moment. Is Brandon Pierce going to have an answer for him? We'll find out by the checkered flag. Look out at this rate. Fergo ran a bit wide there. That's going to invite Fergo around the outside. Well, sorry, Cicluna around the outside. And Fergo now is going to relinquish 6th place, I reckon, off Daniel Cicluna. That is opportunity lost by Andrew Ferguson. Didn't even commentate or curse him. And now he's going to be ruining that opportunity. You won't want Kim Weckett to come into this battle. Here comes Fergo down the inside. Take no prisoners. The stuff there from Fergo. They both come together as Fergo and Cicluna. What an absolutely sensational race there by these two. Kim Weckett's now involved. Kim Weckett's going to go straight around the outside of both of them and take position 6. Fergo has kamikazed himself Fergo now and Cicluna right behind him in the rear vision mirror. Who's going to break first? Daniel Cicluna's going to try and go deep up the inside, and he's going to take Kim Weckett out of the race. Kim Weckett's been run wide. Daniel Cicluna's taken 6th place. Fergo's got 7th now. Kim Weckett's got 8th. Dylan Barton behind him. Look at these guys having an absolute ripstorm of a battle here for the final lap of the race. Who's going to take the positional change here? I think that was a bit cheeky there by Daniel Cicluna in the end. Fergo's going to have a good crack here at Cicluna for the last corner, but it's not going to get the job done. Cicluna's going to take 6th. Nick Mallow, however, has taken the race win, and that is number 2 for him of the night. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Ryan Kennedy in 2nd, and Brandon Pierce nearly took 3rd off him. That was nearly a photo finish for 3rd place there between the two of them. 4th to Fabian Fitness. Great drive by him. Jake Buttigieg in 5th. Daniel Cicluna and Andrew Ferguson 6th and 7th respectively. Kim Weckett in 8th and Dylan Barton in 9th with the iron rod in James Claypole coming across the line in 10th place with Jack Ferguson behind him. Wowee, what a top 10 battle that we had there for the final race of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. That was sensational stuff there. The chef in 12th, he'll be happy with that. Nathan Hughes will be very disappointed with 13th. Not a happy camper is Nathan Hughes, I reckon, with that position. But nonetheless, he'll be back next week. Nick Mole in 14th place. Great position for him. Clayton Pine, in 15th. Nielsen in 16th. Bananarama in 17th. And Panorama in 18th position with Nielsen, DeLuca, Eckert, Falzon, Waters, Coleman, Shawnee Mitchell, and Waterboy in 26th. Chris Pinkney crosses the line in 27th place. Oh, jeez. I didn't take a breath that whole race. That 4th to 8th sort of battle pack was insane. Absolutely insane. That is what we want to see here at Wednesday Cup. Close, hard racing. Doesn't matter where it is on track. And that's exactly what we saw tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's the result for the evening. Nick Mallow takes out his 2nd win of the night. Ryan Kennedy, positional best of 2nd place. Brandon Pierce in 3rd. Fabian Fitness in 4th. Jake Buttigieg in 5th. Daniel Cicluna in 6th. Andrew Ferguson in 7th. Kim Weckett in 8th. Dylan Barton in 9th place. And James Claypole rounds out your top 10. The Iron Rod will be happy with that. Jack Ferguson from 11th downwards. Hayden Cook, Hughes, Mole, Pine, Nielsen, Bananarama, Derek Panner, Alan Nielsen. The other funeral directors in the house. DeLuca in 20th. Eckert, Falzon, Clayton Waters, Coleman, Mitchell, Waterboy, Pinkney, Cook, the windscreen, Envy, Donny G, Jimmy Park, Belton, Bensley. All round out your 34 drivers on the grid for tonight. Here at Simsational TV, AK Racing Wednesday Cup. What an absolutely stellar opportunity we had tonight to see some excellent racing here from everyone in Sundry here, and it's been a pleasure to have you all tonight. Thank you very much for sticking around with the broadcast. I really, really appreciate it, and we love you here. If you do like it, get the like onto the video. Give us a subscribe as well. Tell your friends and family to do so as well. You can donate to the channel as well in the link below, and to AK Racing at the same time. It's been absolutely fantastic, and a big shout out to our 2 donors so far in Nathan Hughes and Fabian Fitness. Thank you very much to donating to the Simsational TV cause. It gives us all the opportunity to bring you better broadcasts with more opportunities and better access in the future as well. We love having you around, so thank you to those 2 gentlemen. If you do decide to give us a donation, we'd really appreciate it, and we will have a graphic for you up on the next stream here at Simsational TV. But nonetheless, absolutely fantastic driving from everyone. Thank you to all of our viewers for sticking around. Thank you to all the drivers tonight for competing. 33 cars on the grid, if you don't mind. Where do you find it? You don't find it anywhere else other than AK Racing, and quality at that too. So once again, big thank you. Thanks for everyone to sticking around tonight here at Simsational TV and watching it. We love you. We will be back next week for another set of Wednesday Cup racing, and we're at the Nürburgring in Germany. So that is where we will be. Cannot wait for that. But in the meantime, stay safe, have a good night, and it's bye from myself here at Simsational TV. I've been Zach O'Reilly. Thank you for joining us.